So you tell me this is how it will end? We didn't get a single scene with Shin accomplishing so much. Well, who knows? That's the one thing I have always complained about in the last couple of 5 chapters. However, the ending of this chapter is hinting towards an extremely deep despair that is actually making me very mad. I know a lot of people have said we cannot forget what Riboku said. In fact, I am the one who also should say we still haven't forgotten. We still should not forget Riboku's boast when he declared that Shin will be eliminated. And we all know that this is the war of there will be only one side still standing. And still, it seems like Riboku has the upper hand. Despite the fact that he took the potential attack against Gyo by surprise, Riboku still has a plan that already has been set up. There is a limit on how much you can make a person dangerous, because once that person gets taken down, no one is gonna like that. So what am I talking about? I have no idea actually. But we'll get into the more depths of the chapter, for yes, this was the Kingdom chapter 509, and I am the Angry and Offended Despair Reviewer. It began with Shin trying to fight with Oki's glaive. And while its power is certainly very badass, it's also worth noting that it's extremely heavy, so Shin cannot just swing it as fast as he could. He even swears on it, which by the way is not so good. If it weren't for the fact that Shin is, a guy that is a little bit more difficult to cut through, he would have died a long time ago. So I hope he gets used to it, and pretty quick. Either way, the mountain people back open the gate, led by the Shunmen, and I think one of those tribe members, was someone who actually wanted to dethrone Yuntawa a long time ago. And Shin makes a point that the mountain tribes are doing everything, and they will not get the deeds. So he says his men to charge forward, and as night has fallen, and Awesome's army finally catches up to see what's happening, Shin China's army has already taken Retsubi. So they did keep their will. Even just before night sky, they have taken it. And on top of one of this place is Shin holding up the flag, who with a little bit more smiling as he sees Awesome doing all that. So with that, the army has taken Retsubi, but the bandits note that a lot of the people have already run away and taken their loot long ago. So, but they have no chance to relax. They need to keep their guard. And even Awesome, with his demonic eyes, seems to think that something is wrong. So he tells his subordinates, while at the same time ignoring Kairoten, walking ahead of her. Those moments when someone is so intimidating and so powerful, he is usually drawn as being extremely taller than that character. Granted, however, Awesome is taller than Kairoten, but you get my picture, right? So yeah, she has quite an intimidating air around him. And strangely enough, one of Awesome's men do give them congratulations, you have done well. But they also says that they will handle the rest. As Kairoten says that they need to hold this place and know every one of their gimmicks, she also mentions that after all, the main is Gyo, which they can walk straight to now. However, as long as Retsubi remains their airway, the attack on Gyo will be possible. So if they lose Retsubi, they will lose everything. But it seems like that's not the only thing they have lost, as around the Sekiba Hill, the general, the Scarface general and one of Riboku's vessels, gets a hear from the army that in just a single day Shin China took Retsubi, but instead of going forward to Retsubi, he decides to pull back and head to the front line of Yodo and set up there. Because according to him, Shin China has walked right into a trap. As I said in the beginning of this review, ranting about 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes. A trap. And the only one who actually have noticed that in Retsubi is, no surprise, Awesome. It vexes me that Karyu-ten hasn't noticed this, and yes, I know, she is not on that level yet, but I would appreciate if a main character can become on that level yet. Because you cannot trust Awesome. I'm just saying that. You cannot trust Awesome. You can trust his skills in war, you cannot trust him as a person. And for some reason, he is the only one who had discovered that there is a trick in Retsubi. And realizing that that's what it is, Riboku, he also can hear the plan. The carefully plan that has been going on for about a year by Shuhei-kun is now crumbling into pieces. God freaking damn it. Then what is it? I know I cannot see that. So what is it? Is it? I mean, a lot of people guess that maybe it's the supplies. Something about the people took the valuables. Maybe they took the supplies that were in the city too. Maybe it's the fact that there is fatal damage to the walls and that it's not so strong as it looks like, or some kind of sabotage to the city. Who knows? It's worth noting that Osen is the only one in Shin that noticed this, which meant that it is not something extremely predictable. It is probably something that people will only notice the moment everything needs to go right. After all, Kingdom is that kind of manga. As soon as everything goes right, if just one thing is wrong, then everything crumbles. So now what? We cannot forget that even though Shuhei-kun has this plan, he still had that ridiculous... Well, I say ridiculous right now because I still haven't seen it. And that is, he met with the young commanders and said that they needed to evolve. Well, actually, Sade said the one they needed to evolve. And they need to do plans on the spot. And let me tell you, I haven't yet to see that. Where is the plan on the spot? Is this an example of this? If now Shuhei-kun's carefully plan is now in pieces, then Osen needs to make up a plan just like that, improvising almost. Then again, this is war, and you cannot improvise just like that, but you can also not expect to follow strategy completely, especially if that strategy you have is completely crushed. So what is us next? What is the trap? Give me your thoughts if you have any.